So the long-awaited box has finally arrived for us to continue our front end facelift series. We'll show you all the updates we are doing to this 2002 Class C RV and everything that we're doing to bring it up to modern day with some style. So maybe before I talk about exactly what's in this box here, let me start from the beginning. If you've been following our channel in our last video that we dropped, we mentioned all the upgrades that we're doing to our RV for this summer's road trip. So previously we renovated the entire inside. This year we're focusing a lot on exterior upgrades. Since this RV is a 2002, we wanted to do things this year that made it feel a bit more modern, but also a bit more like our style, outdoorsy, adventure, maybe a bit modern. So we are doing a two-part series here. For one, we're renovating and refinishing all the decals on the outside of this RV. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about everything that we're doing to the front end of this RV. So far, I will give you a quick look at the two things that we've already accomplished on the front end. Let's go check it out. All right, so on the front end of the RV here, we've already accomplished a couple of projects. So what we've done first is we went ahead and we spray painted this bottom bumper here. So how it's all a nice black right now. Previously, it was a very faded gray. It really was super old and sun faded, and now it looks way better. And of course, we have our Leo's Campground front license plate. But so we did that front bumper, and then the second thing that we did was replace these front headlights. And guys, these look so much better now. And a huge bonus as well is that we should have better visibility at night because they are so much clearer than the ones that were previously there. So those two things have already made a big difference. And I know I said two things, but let me mention one more thing that we did was we actually changed this logo from the original navy blue Ford logo to a black one. So it's a very subtle difference, but we think it's really gonna tie together the front end with the addition of a brand new front grille. So if you haven't gotten the hint yet, that's exactly what's in that box back there, is that we ordered a brand new grille for the front of this RV. So let's go open up that box and see how it looks, and we'll show you guys how to install. All right, let's open up the box here, and as I'm opening, I can also talk a bit about the project. Also, it's only me behind camera today. So, since you guys seem to really like our videos, Brendan is currently working hard at editing a new one together for you guys. So he trusted me enough, hopefully I don't mess this thing up, but he trusted me enough to start recording and doing this project on my own. So this grill we ordered, I think it was called ycarparts.com. We'll definitely leave the domain in the description down below. But this grill, I believe it cost around $140. So let's take a look. I think everything's okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, and boom. That is the black grill that we will be installing. However, I think that's so many little nooks and crannies with this thing. Okay, we'll figure out where those go later. Oh, I get it. I get it. So we got a blacked out grill, as you saw, but there's actually some letters in the front. Let me show you. And what else would it say aside from Ford? So these are gonna be screwed in. So that's what I was kind of fiddling with seeing how these are gonna be placed. So of course it's rough placement. So essentially we got this aftermarket Raptor-style grill for our 2002 RV. We actually got inspiration to purchase this grill as we're currently camping at Leo's Campground in Key West. If you're coming to Key West, highly recommend. But we saw another RV here, super similar to ours. I think it was a Winnebago. So it was an older Class C, and they had this aftermarket grill in the front. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, we totally have to do that to our rig because that looks sick. We got this thing all unboxed here today. Let's go install it. I definitely said, let's go install it with all of the confidence and quickly come to realize there is no instructions. Favorite way to install something. Let's go do it. Okay, first agenda item, just a quick match. Make sure that this thing is gonna pop. Not too shabby. You know, some people did recommend for us to paint this chrome black, and just in a quick session of holding it up, I think they might be right. Either way, it seems like this thing is gonna fit nicely, so let's start the process of removing the old one. Look like we caught a couple of 3 bolts to remove here, and hopefully the new one kind of taps in. I think the hardest part of this project is going to be running the new electrical, because there are 3 LED lights in the front that we're going to have to tap into these side blinkers. So we're going to have to remove the headlights and these side lights that we just installed. Actually, we thought about doing this entire project all at once, like in a weekend, but we figured if we tackled part by part, it would just be a lot easier lift to remove something that we already installed. We know it fits, we know it works. I kind of like tackling things piece by piece, otherwise you get a bit overwhelmed. So let's go get the socket sizes, pull this thing off. All right, as I go ahead to take off some of these bolts here, all of our tools are Milwaukee, and we really like this battery powered ratchet. It honestly just makes a lot of little projects like this a bit easier. So we got 3 7mm head screws here, and I'm hoping this thing just kind of pops right out. Also, one of these screw pans that are magnetic, super nice. You don't drop any stuff. The bottom's magnetic as well. That's not going nowhere. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. There's little tabs on the bottom. I just gotta get those loose, and then this whole thing should just pop out. Tab number 2 out. Whoa. Okay. There we have it. We got a grill out. Okay, now that we have all of that clean, let's go ahead and I'm thinking we install the letters on the grill and then start figuring out our wiring and where everything there is gonna go. Okay, as I was going through the box of items of what goes where, there's these little metal, or I should say plastic black bracket looking things, and I quickly put it together that they're actually light bars. I totally forgot there was more than just these 3 LEDs here. It has these 2 open spaces. So this little light bar is gonna go right in there, and then we're gonna have more lights on the bottom of the grill. Once again, we don't really drive at night, but this thing's making me want to just turn on our lights at night because I think it's gonna look so freaking nice. Okay, so we are back at the front of the RV since we already have our front grille all screwed together. However, this jumble of wires is just insane. I mean, just kind of look at all these tentacles, right? It definitely looks a bit overcomplicated, but these the top lights, they just have a red and black, super easy. On the bottom, they also have a red and black, and it even has a fuse that they put in there. We also have this other leg here, and this is going to be for the blinker. So this is essentially going to turn on once you turn on the blinkers, and then the front light bars here, they should signal left and right. Honestly, totally not necessary. I think this grill looks good enough as it is. I would have been fine if they just stayed on all the time, which I suppose you could hardwire it that way, but I'm gonna try to get this done the right way. This is probably the first part that would be easier with 2 people, but that's okay.
What's going on here?
Just as I said, this would be easier with 2 people. Would you look who done arrived? So went ahead and fed all the wires that we need on the left-hand side over here. And we already have these Wago connectors that we prepped when we did the new headlight installation. And for the record, so far I'm figuring out all this stuff on my own. Brendan is still here.
I'm here, but I got no idea what's going on. I'm just holding,
trust me.
I'm just holding this and looking pretty.
Okay, so I think I wired it all correctly. Brendan's gonna go in and pull, and we're gonna see if this thing lights up. Yeah, okay, leave it there. Okay, left turn signal. It looks so cool, it looks so cool! Now, what we really need is some cord management. So it's all hooked up, right? But now we have all these beautiful cords. And let me say as well, even though I figured out all the wiring on my own, I genuinely have no idea where this wiring harness goes, but the whole thing works without it. So I'm just gonna cover that with electrical tape so no water gets in there, so it'll be weatherproof. I'm not really concerned. I'm happy with what we got so far.
Can I just say, I'm just standing here waiting for Gabby to come back with some electrical tape because we're missing it, but I am just so damn impressed with this girl. She figured out stuff that I probably would have struggled with. So I am very pleasantly surprised.
All right, now, since all the wiring is officially done, validated, I went ahead and put electrical tape on Mr. Random over here. I went ahead and grabbed some zip ties and just gonna stuff these wires so that way they're not just dangling all over the place. I mean, they're all black coated, which is nice, so you won't even really be able to see them much behind the grill, but just zip tying is gonna keep everything nice and neat. Woo!
Okay.
Do you guys want a front row seat of the madness we got going on here? Fire it up. Yep. We got lights, we got a left turn signal, and we got a right turn signal. Okay, so we actually wanted to get a cool shot for you guys of us closing the hood and everything, and I forgot one thing, so I was like, Brendan, open it up. And we realized with this new grill, a new difficulty was discovered.
So there's a little latch on the inside that you have to press in order to actually unlatch the hood. When this new grill's on, you can't exactly reach it anymore.
With any car hood, when you go to pop it, there's a lever that you just move to the side, and it's really hard to move to the side. So I ended up sticking a screwdriver in there to push it out of the way. We are going to give it a shot just to see if we can make a quick little extension so that way popping the hood would be easier. It's definitely something we were going to figure out at a point, but we found a scrap piece of wood and thinking maybe with some zip ties we can extend the little lever that's in there. So one small delay to finishing. Typical.
Okay, so just spray painted this piece of wood. We got 3 zip ties on it, hopefully that holds up. You can press it and it does seem strong enough to move this.
We're gonna trim these clearly so it looks a bit nicer, but yeah, we just put some spray paint there so that way you don't see through. But the idea is we can now stick our finger through and then push that so that way it opens up the hood. Woo! Okay guys, and that is the RV. I think our front end facelift is done. I mean, painting the bumper, doing the headlights, and finally, well, I suppose a black badge that I keep forgetting, and the grill. It looks so much better. I'm super happy with how it came out. I still definitely want your guys' feedback if you think that we should paint the chrome part on the bumper black. And Brendan, my lovely guy behind the camera, are you?
I'm so proud. That looks awesome. I'm really impressed. I mean, from my experience, like, it wasn't too bad of a project, but I probably missed like 80% of it.
But hey, we did it. $130, $140 for that grill. It all worked, and it said it was for 2003, and we're a 2002, and it fit.
Yeah.
So that was a win in itself. But guys, that is gonna be it for our front facelift of this RV. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. Next up, what we have coming up for you guys is going to be the decals that we are redoing on this RV. So definitely bring this 2002 RV to modern day. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and if you liked the job that we did, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.